Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a good and closer look at Filecoin. Filecoin is absolutely booming still. A lot of people thought when it got to that $124 mark around there, they started, questioning Filecoin. Is it a little overpriced right now? Well, I'll tell you right now, it was definitely not overpriced as we see it continue to skyrocket all the way to $172.53. In the last 24 hours, we did see a 28.94% increase. The market cap right now is at $10.8 billion. The volume in the last 24 hours sitting at $6.2 billion, and that's circulating supply 62.4 million Filecoin. So this is a very large coin. If we actually go and take a look at my previous video on Filecoin, I did a video March 13th when it was at 47.51. I talked about the potential behind it, and I knew that there was an increase coming. Did I know it was this big? Absolutely not. Did not know it was going to be this quick and this large. However, I definitely thought there was an increase coming, and there was a lot of potential behind it. Obviously, only 3,000 views on this video. It's one of my lower videos views-wise, so I didn't, check back on it because I didn't think a lot of you guys were interested in Filecoin. However, I will say I kind of regret not just coming back because I knew the potential behind it. And I for now on probably will continue to check back on coins that even if you guys don't enjoy it completely, you can just not watch that video, hopefully, so that we can continue to stay up to date on some of these that I believe have huge potential. Filecoin obviously being one of them. 172.53, a 28% increase in the last 24 hours alone. If we go to the last week, we see a 109% increase. We go to the last month, this is where we see that large 353.7% increase. Obviously, a lot of people that got in, hopefully some people got in on that video. Hopefully some people looked into it and then, did their research and then jumped in and bought some, because if you did, you're seeing at least a 3x right now, obviously more than that. So hopefully, there are some people out there holding some Filecoin and they're making some profits. I will say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never be a financial advisor. So always do your own research before buying or investing in any coin. Definitely when you come into cryptocurrency, you do need to definitely do your own research. See if the vision of the team and the vision of the coin itself has something that you like, and make sure it's something you think has long-term potential. Obviously, long-term potential is something we look for a lot in our coins. Filecoin is definitely one that I say has huge long-term potential. If you go over what Filecoin is a cryptocurrency that powers the Filecoin network, a decentralized peer-to-peer file storage that aims to let anyone store, retrieve, and host digital information. FIL tokens are used as a payment for these services and as an economic incentive to ensure files are stored reliably over time. So it's very, very awesome idea behind Filecoin. I think the vision of the team is also amazing. We will take a look and do a brief overview of what Filecoin really is and take a look at their website. However, I do want to say we will be coming back and doing a price prediction for the end of April, May, in 2021 at this end of this video. Let's take a look now at the actual website itself. So like we saw earlier, Filecoin is a decentralized storage network designed to store humanity's most important information. We can actually continue down here, or not down, but continue by clicking on one of these tabs here at the top. If we go to mine, you can actually learn more about it's time to start mining. The Filecoin mainnet is here. Join today, make deals, and store data and earn FIL. You can actually start mining on the mainnet, and they go over all this details as well. The Filecoin network achieves staggering economies of scale by allowing anyone to participate as a storage provider and monetize their open hardware drive space. So hardware to money in a few commands. So it's a very, very awesome way to actually earn some passive income. If you have the hardware, I would definitely take a look here because this is definitely a possibility for some people still. A lot of people think that mining is it's done. You can't really do mining anymore. I'd say it's still definitely a possibility to make some passive income. Mining is definitely one of those things that it's definitely harder to do and make as much money as you used to, but it's still a possibility. Where we're needed or where we're headed. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit of research on Filecoin, the build section here. Building a blockchain is like building a software rocket. It is fundamentally hard, and it takes extraordinary care to ensure launch is secure and stable. Check out these resources to learn more about Filecoin's development and progress and how the network is approaching some extremely challenging problems in cryptography, distributing systems, and beyond. So let's take a look actually at the roadmap, because obviously you guys know I love the roadmaps. If we continue to... doesn't look like the roadmap's right here, which is also awesome. If you take a look right here on the news, they have been pumping out news recently, and I think that has a lot to do with the success Filecoin has seen. March 30th, March 24th, March 23rd, March 18th, March 18th, March 17th. You never see, very many coins with that much news just recently. Obviously, these guys are working hard. They're pumping out updates. They're pumping out news to give everyone an update. I think it's awesome, and I think because of that, we're going to continue to see Filecoin make big strides. Decentralized data markets with FileHive is the most recent, March 30th. Definitely take a look at what this all means for Filecoin itself. I think this is obviously going to be a big deal. I think everything. If you go through this entire news, you can see why and where they're coming from, why this price is continuing to increase. I think Filecoin's a great coin. I think there's obvious reasons why people are jumping onto Filecoin before it continues on to higher and more heights. You can actually see events as well. There's not many events right now. You can actually apply to host a meetup as well. That's kind of interesting. But let's go back to the actual price chart itself and do a price prediction for you guys for the end of April, May, and 2021. First, I do want to say, guys, if you are new to the channel, definitely subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you can get notified every time I make a new video. If you guys like this content, you will get notified right away so that Jim Job III doesn't find my video in the suggested videos and beat you to the information, maybe get a cheaper rate if he likes the coin. So you don't want that kind of thing to happen. Hopefully you guys are subscribed and have that notification bell on so you can kind of beat things like that, as well as I do want you guys to realize you can join the Discord community. There is a link in the description. You can talk with other crypto like-minded people like yourself and myself. And then you can also follow me on Twitter, where I will be tweeting a lot more recently. I will start tweeting more recent up-to-date information on cryptocurrency. So you will have that opportunity to follow me there as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for today's video. Let's take a look now at that price prediction that we were talking about. So right now we're at 172.48. A 28.94% increase like we talked about. So I do think Filecoin, if we go to the month span, this is where you're going to really be able to see that it's just increased over time, up into huge increases, then a stabilization, into another gradual increase, into a huge increase, into another stabilization. Now we're seeing another huge increase. I don't think Filecoin is going to end anytime soon. I think it's going to continue to increase. I think this is easily a $200 coin with basically all the vision behind it and the opportunity behind Filecoin. I think this easily reaches $200 by the end of April. I think by the end of April, we'll see it have an all-time high of around $202. And then I would say maybe a stabilization around that 195, 197 area. Hopefully that is true, because if so, I think May is going to be even bigger for Filecoin. I don't think Filecoin's slowing down. I think we're actually going to see Filecoin reach around that 240, I would say 230, 240 mark by the end of May. I think we could stabilize around that 220 to 25 mark as well. And by the end of 2021, Filecoin's still increasing. I think we see Filecoin making its way to about, give or say, I'd say 250, 275 stabilization, and then obviously an all-time high around that 275 range. I think Filecoin, like I said, has huge potential behind it, and obviously we looked back at the old video that I've done. 47.51 is what it was at. 1.4 billion as the volume in the last 24 hours. Right now, we're seeing 6.3 billion. The market cap pretty much, 4x'd. So Filecoin is going up and up, and I think that's not going to stop. So obviously, where we're at right now is a very solid spot, 172.48. A lot of people can't complain about that. There's no way you can complain about that kind of an increase. However, I definitely see Filecoin continuing on throughout the rest of 2021. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with my price predictions, if you think Filecoin will stop here or will continue to grow like I suggested. So let me know in the comments, and definitely leave a like on the video if you guys agree or disagree. Just if you guys like the content overall, just leave a like, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.